Hello Internet, I am the Hero of Julios once again with another One Piece chapter summary. This week's chapter is chapter 1007, Mr. Raccoon Dog, otherwise known as Tanuki-san, depending on what translation you want to go by. Uh, like the chapter implies, this is going to be focusing a lot on Chopper, and without further ado, let's actually get into it. So, this week's chapter art is a artwork of Caesar giving penguins these gas-filled balloons using, all the many gases he can control with his devil fruit. It's just another standard character with animal. Still waiting on that Katakuri cover story. Just really hoping that happens next. But now let's go into the actual chapter. So the chapter starts with the leaders of the Oniwanbashu and the Mimiwaragumi being completely wiped out by Hyogoro. And a lot of characters standing around talking about, like, oh my gosh, he's so powerful. I believe Apu is like, wow, he not only did he stay in control with the ice demon virus, but he worked it to his advantage. And Extric's like, okay, I'm starting to see why people are afraid of Wano. And yeah, after that, Hyogoro is, like I said, like we saw last chapter, he's down on the ground. He's waiting for Yatape to finish him off, and during this, Omasa is also succumbing to the ice demon. He's getting ready to be executed as well, and we see people are lamenting this loss. They're getting ready for it. During this same time, Queen's men are actually starting to question him. They say, hey boss, why'd you unleash this virus upon all of us? Shouldn't you have just taken out the enemy? Queen tells them, don't mock my magnum opus. This was supposed to happen. It's supposed to be an unstoppable pathogen. And you guys need to do your part and get the virus and live out your last moments helping us by dying. Queen's logic for this is the pleasurers have lost their chance at power. They ate the failed smile fruits, and now they're all good. The only thing they're good at is laughing. As for the waiters, they're going to be waiting eternally because there are no smile fruits coming. Caesar got captured, Joker's factory has been destroyed, and Law, the only other connection to that group, is their current enemy. Because of this, those guys are just pitiful. They're just cannon fodder at this point. So the way Queen sees it is these guys have one last job. Turn into ice demons and just wipe everything clean. Queen even goes as far as saying, we can always find new soldiers. This actually causes a bit of a change in some of Kaido's men. Some are even saying, like, you know what? Screw you, Queen. We're going to fight against you. And after that, we're leaving this crew. We even see later in the chapter, they go as far as to take bullets for the other side because they would rather die fighting alongside someone who will fight for them than fighting alongside someone who sees them as nothing but cannon fodder. However, Queen looks at the samurai and he's like, you guys really don't understand this. That little tanuki dog, that little raccoon dog, is sitting in there laughing it up. He probably took the cure, cured himself, and bolted. There's absolutely no way he could cure all of you at the same time. He is a pirate, and that's what pirates do. Now, we cut back to Hyogoro as he's currently getting ready to pass away. And as Itape comes down with his sword, Chopper blocks it. And give me 1 second. Hang on. Where did I put it? I got it around. Yes. This is my cell phone because I called it. I don't know if it's because I've read so much One Piece that I just know what's gonna happen. Like I can predict things like this, but either that or I'm just picking up a very easy bone. But my prediction was correct. As soon as it was so dramatic, it was so over the top of like goodbye. And don't get me wrong, this does not diminish how willing Hyogoro was to die for the cause. He is still one of the best characters in Wano, at least connecting old Wano to the now future Wano. And I definitely don't, disregard everything he did, but Chopper was definitely going to cure him just in time. And sure enough, Chopper showed up, blocked the sword, and was like, okay, Hero Girl, boom, you're cured. Uh, we don't see if it's like, if Chopper like threw a pill in his mouth or not. However, we immediately see after Miyagi and I believe her name is Tristan, the squirrel mink that, or is she a chipmunk? The mink that helps the doctor Miyagi, the goat mink. The two of them come out with this big cannon that Chopper had prepared, and Chopper has them fire the cannon into the battlefield, releasing the cutest explosion I have seen in One Piece. And with this, Chopper, he didn't create a cure. He instead took the antibodies that Queen made and created, basically, as Chopper describes, a counter virus. And with this counter virus, he turned it into an airborne disease that could be easily inhaled and cures the virus. This is great because Queen, this is Queen's magnum opus. We are talking the third most powerful pirate in Kaido's crew, Queen, who literally goes by the title The Plague. And this 17-year-old kid just shows up and is like, give me 15 minutes and a bag of socks and I got this. And goes into a closet, some people protect him, and there it is. Boom! You're cured! So, after curing everyone, Queen's like, there is absolutely no way you did that. And Chopper just looks up at him and is like, shut up! And Queen's like, don't interrupt me. How dare you cure my disease? And why would you even bother curing everyone else? And Chopper's just like, no, shut up. I am not a fan of biological warfare. You are a jerk. You are sadistic. You are using medicine for all the wrong reasons. And anyone who knows the bounties on these two characters, you're looking at Chopper is scolding a man worth more than Katakuri, the guy who almost killed Luffy. And Chopper is just scolding this guy. And I don't know, I love it. I love that Chopper is passionate about the power of medicine. Chopper wants to heal the world. So when he sees someone abusing this, he loses it. Like, look at with Hogback. This is the last time we saw Chopper this passionate. Well, actually, no, Caesar. So everybody forgets Caesar. He was even on the cover, and I forgot about Caesar. But going back to what's important, Hogback, Caesar, now Queen. Chopper doesn't care if you're second in command of a zombie army, or if you can manipulate the very fabric of gas, or even if your bounty is over 1 billion. You messed with medicine, you get the horns. Now, with this, everyone around him is like, oh my gosh, Mr. Raccoon Dog, Mr. Tanuki-san, oh, you're so brave, you're so great, we thank you, Mr. Raccoon Dog. And even Marco's like, you're a pretty good kid, little Raccoon Dog. And Chopper goes, thanks, Marco, I just want to get one thing straight. And he takes a rumble ball, pops it in his mouth, and slams Queen in the face, and just, I am not a raccoon dog! And you just see everyone, even Marco, the Yakuza, they're all just like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to call you that. That is a triggering statement. There's been over 1,000 chapters of being called a raccoon dog, a tanuki, a gorilla. Nobody calls him a man or a reindeer. Chopper demands to be referred to by his correct species. So he decks Queen with his monster point, and I'm gonna guess Marco's gonna be in on this too. Either that or King has just been standing over on the sideline like, I should do something, but at the same time, Queen just got decked in the face, and I really don't want to get decked in the face. So I'm gonna go see what Kaido's up to. Maybe he needs some help. And King's just gonna walk off stage, and Chopper is now gone. He's now gone from doctor to fighter. He is back in the game. He is not out of commission. He has cured the disease. So now Chopper can get his hands dirty because everybody else's systems are clean. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to say it's probably Chopper. You're going to see Marco, probably Apu, X-Drake, maybe Hyogoro. He may just shrink back down. I think he actually did shrink back down, because if you look at the list of, when it's the group of people that are all they're all apologizing, Hyogoro does look like he's back to a shrunken old man. But you know how we have, up above, we have this raid boss thing going on with Big Mom and Kaido and, Luffy's group fighting the two of them? Queen might... Well, actually, if King joins in with all the waiters and the pleasurers... Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is what's happening. You got Big Mom and Kaido up here with their little group fighting them, and now King and Queen are down here with their little group fighting them. So it's like two raid bosses are going on at the same time. And Chopper's going to be the Straw Hat that took down the second and third, and Luffy and Zoro. That's funny. I enjoy that. I mean, I'm going to guess when it comes to actual damage, Marco's probably going to be the big guy, but we got 3 minutes. After that, someone's going to have to protect Chopper for a little bit, or we might see... Ooh. When Chopper used 2 Rumble Balls before the time skip, he lost control. He would lose, the ability to choose what he turns into. And 3 Rumble Balls turned him into Monster Point. What happens if Chopper uses more Rumble Balls now? I mean, we know when Chopper uses 4 Rumble Balls, he turns into that weird, creepy thing that Oda drew in the question corner. And while I know that's a joke, I don't want to push it. But yeah, no, that's definitely going down. But that's actually not where this chapter ends. We actually cut to Shinobu, Momonosuke, and Yamato still on the run. And Yamato and Shinobu are basically trying to comfort Momonosuke, because Yamato's like, are you okay down there, Momonosuke? And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm a coward. I'm supposed to be the leader of this. I'm gonna be the shogun someday. Yet here I am, hiding under someone's clothing and waiting for everyone else to save the day. I am terrible. And Shinobu's like, no, Momonosuke, you're very brave. And with that's it. That was the straw that broke his little back. Momonosuke turns into his dragon form and pops out of Yamato's clothing screaming, I am not brave. Shocking the other two because they didn't know that was going to happen. This scene would in itself just be like a little emotional moment for Momonosuke. However, story-wise, it's much more potent because we cut to CP0. They're talking about Vegapunk. And anytime Vegapunk's name pops up, it's always an interesting moment for us. As we understand devil fruits right now, the way a devil fruit transforms your body is it alters the fabric of your DNA, of your bloodstream, of your life force for the most part. Well, apparently, one of the times that Vegapunk, getting ahead of myself. When Kaido was captured by the Marines during one of the many times he was, Vegapunk took a look at his lineage factor. From that, he tried to create an artificial devil fruit. We know that the devil fruit that Vegapunk created was considered a failure by Vegapunk. We now know that that devil fruit is derived from Kaido's devil fruit, which means Momonosuke kind of has Kaido's devil fruit. My guess is that the reason it's considered a failure is because there's no hybrid form. That Momonosuke can only switch between Little Momo and Dragon Momo. But maybe there's no hybrid form. Maybe that's why Vegapunk considers it a failure. We still don't know everything about the devil fruits, and we're not going to know during Wano. That's definitely going to be explained once we finally meet Vegapunk. However, I guess that's really long story short. Momo has Kaido's devil fruit, and it's from the most successful fake devil fruit ever. This is a big reveal that's kind of just brushed under the rest of this chapter. I mean, it's just 2 pages of panels explaining all this. And that's still not where this chapter ends. The chapter finally ends with the 9 red scabbards hanging out. They're licking their wounds, they're getting ready to get back up, and they're talking about the person who came and helped them. Even Kawamatsu mentions that he thought he saw someone, but it's gotta be impossible for who he saw. Which, in my opinion, probably confirms the Toki theory. Personally, still want to hold out for Eneru. He could have used his lightning to just dash out of there as fast as he could. He was like, oh my god, they're coming too. The Kami thanks you, goodbye. But more than likely, it's probably Toki doing this. The reason why this theory seems even more solid is Odin bursts through the door and says hello. Odin, who got shot in the head in a pot of boiling oil by Kaido 20 years ago in a flashback. I want to say this again. No one has ever died in a flashback and then reappeared in the story.
Sabo.
One person has died in a flashback and then reappeared in the story. There may be others. I'm going to have to do some serious research. But this is a big moment. If this is if this is true, if it really is Odin and not some disguise or some like trick of the light or something that, you know, because what's confusing about it is Odin says to the scabbards, wow, you guys got old. He would only say that if he jumped ahead in time with the help of Toki. If both of them jumped ahead. But why would Toki abandon her daughter? Well, no, because she said it herself. One has to go to the future, one has to stay. In case either plan fails, we still have a failsafe. Did she find Odin? But he took a shot to the head. And I get it. Kozuki Odin is the Chuck Norris of One Piece. In a world of Chuck Norrises, mind you. But that still... I'm looking forward to the next chapter because this question needs to be answered. And I'm hoping the next chapter starts off answering that question. Now, there is no new chapter next week, unfortunately. But hey, in a couple days, it's going to be St. Patrick's Day. I'm a big fan of that holiday. I'm sure some of you at home are. Aside from that, though, we'll just have to make do with these 2 weeks and let the theory start flying. Thank you for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. This is the Hero of Julios, Xing out.